Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hello, friends. It's the Hy-Vee Today show with Tony Tone. Welcome in. I feel like this microphone's very tall. Let me move it down a little bit. We also got a wobbly table. Look at that. My wife and I wobbly table. This is so, I'm so happy that it's a wobbly table because my wife and I last night were just randomly, kids went to bed and I clicked on Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is gotta be the funniest show ever still in its 10th season, maybe on HBO. And I wonder why I pay HBO $15 a month. It's for Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's the funniest show ever. I haven't watched it in years. I'm saying probably 2 to 3 years. And half of the episode is Larry David complaining about this fictional coffee place called Mocha Joe's. Mocha Joe got a wobbly table. And it's absolutely, I don't know if you've ever seen Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm not encouraging you to sign up for HBO, but it's if you like Seinfeld, Larry David is just funny. The show, if anything, is totally unscripted. It's all improvised. Jeff Garlin, Richard Lewis, who's someone that I had to interview. I think I interviewed Jeff Garlin as well. It's very funny people and just those observations of everyday life, like a wobbly table. Chris are you trying to fix the wobbly table? Man, that is wild. But what if I like the wobbly table? Now I got no wobble. I got a little wobble. I'm happy with the wobble. I like the wobble. Let the record state. I'm pro wobble. I wobble as I live and breathe. That was just so wonderful. It's like you guys knew I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm last night. It's the funniest episode ever. I don't know if you've laughed out loud at something, but I had like we were busting a gut laughing at Larry David. So anyways, that's what I did last night in case you were wondering. Also had a really weird dream. Boy, I need to have somebody on the show that can analyze dreams. Man, it was a strange one. Started off it felt like it was real, and then it went into a weird movie thing, and there was some. I don't know if I've been thinking about, and there's people in your life that you haven't talked to in a while. For instance, my friend Kevin used to own Diamonds on the Avenue. Kevin Whitgrove in the dream last night. Not sure why he was there, but there was Kev. Maybe it's a signal that I need to talk to him. I don't know. But it was very random. So I was happy to see him in my dream. Kev, if you see this, shoot me a text, buddy. I know you're in California most of the time, but yeah, you were in my dream last night, which is not weird to say, right? Is it wrong? Can't one guy dream about his friend that's another guy and you guys not laugh? And my friend Kevin, I don't know. It was very weird. I was out cold. I must have been dreaming of jewelry or something. All right, 2 things I want to mention before we get to our first guest, who is patiently waiting. We've got a Out of This Galaxy event coming up this Saturday featuring 2 fully dressed stormtroopers. You can see on the screen right there, Out of This Galaxy Star Wars party, 10 a.m. till noon, right here inside the Market Grill Express. 2 stormtroopers. Now, this group, the CentralGarrison.com Carabin Squad, they're licensed through Lucasfilms, right? So my graphic designer, Barry, was like, I don't know if I can use, and I'm like, just put it in there. And if we get sued, I'll forward the lawsuit onto these guys. Because on their website, it says that they're approved by Lucasfilms, and they've got the real costumes, and it's all volunteers. They're not even taking any money. They just asked for a donation to be made in their group's name to a local charity. So isn't that fantastic? So if you love Star Wars or know someone that does, I'm excited to see 2 stormtroopers. You know what I've never seen in the store? Now, we've had stormtrooper balloons that have been about 5 feet tall, but not real stormtroopers. So this Saturday, 10 a.m. till 12 p.m., my boss, Matt, very excited. He's a Star Wars fan, as am I. And then the last thing, this Thursday, the 5th annual Happy Chinese New Year concert happening at Muscatine High School. Let's show this, and then I'm going to make a comment on Facebook. Doctors. Everybody's a doctor on Facebook. So this is this Thursday, 7 o'clock, Muscatine High School. Fantastic opportunity to see a world-renowned orchestra, highly trained musicians coming to Muscatine. This concert typically would cost $75 to $100 per ticket in larger cities, but it's in Muscatine, Iowa, because, of course, we have that strong connection to China. China's president, Xi Jinping, right? He was in Muscatine and he had an internship in Muscatine, and he visited when he was vice president. And so that's going on. I don't know how I can phrase this because I don't want to be if you're not a doctor or you work for the CDC, keep your opinion. Boop. I understand that there's that coronavirus. I don't even know how to say it. Coronavirus, whatever it is. These folks are not even from the same part of China. I don't think it's fair for people on Facebook to be outraged that this, I don't know, it feels weird. Like, it feels weird to me. And again, if you're not a doctor, nor do you work for the CDC, now you can have an opinion, that's fine. But again, show me that degree and show me like your infectious disease experience and researching it before you try and discourage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get this, however you say it, you're not going to get this flu by going to a coronavirus. Is that how you say it? Like the beer. You're not going to get the coronavirus by going to this show. I don't know how else to say it. And if, whatever, people are going to blow me up, that's fine. But I have seen some posts that just made me shake my head. And I took pause before I jumped into a thread because you can't win on social media. And I've gotten older. I got a little bit of pause in me because I wanted to ask in a snarky way, where did you go to medical school, to the person making the post? But then that just opens the floodgates. You want your kids to get sick? It's an outbreak. Like, I get that it's a serious thing, but can we not do the fear-mongering thing? I mean, these folks are not even from the same part of the country. People think China's like Muscatine to like what? Like China is like going from Wilton to Muscatine. No, it's way bigger than that. Several billion people. There's a whole bunch of different places. You're not a doctor. I wish I just had a mute button, a real-life mute button, so people could start and you just go, nope, sorry. Yeah, delete. Or take pause, and then the gray hair just goes, boom. All right, let's get to our guest. And this is kind of connected to what we're going to talk about today. Vicki Walters back on the show with NAMI. I always want to say NAMI. NAMI. It's great to have you here. Thanks for being here. National Alliance on Mental Illness. It says it on the sweatshirt. I'm so happy that you're here. Mental health, social media, interesting. I mean, you've been doing this for a little while now. That certainly has to be something that's discussed more and more. And I know we have a whole bunch of things we're going to talk about, but since I'm on the topic, I mean, right, Vicki, that's a thing that we have to, especially our younger people. I think about my kids, right, and how I want them to be mature enough to, and I've certainly, over the years, I've made the knee-jerk reactions and posts, but I do try to take pause as
my
an older man.
grandchildren now.
Oh, yeah.
Very concerning, yeah.
And I just don't know how kids go to school anymore. I mean, I went to college to be a high school English teacher, and not that, I mean, we're sitting here doing a show that you can watch on your phone, but it's got to be so hard in the classroom for our educators. All right, so National Alliance on Mental Illness. I'm so glad you have the shirt on.
Yep,
It's so easier to
of Greater
remember.
Mississippi Valley.
Of Greater Mississippi Valley.
Yep.
Expanding services in Muscatine County.
And surrounding counties. Muscatine and surrounding counties.
It had to be a lot of work. I mean, you've been on the show before, and we've talked about the walk and different things, but as far as these services, this is a big deal.
Well, we received a grant locally from the Community Mental Health Fund, a 3-year grant to come into Muscatine, not to offer all of our programs, but to offer, and we're starting up here in February very soon with our Family to Family, which is for caregivers, family members of loved ones that have one dealing with a mental health condition, 18 or over. Then we have one coming up at Musser Public Library. It's a new seminar we offer, which is 90 minutes. So it's just kind of a feeder into our programs. It's more open to the community, open to the public, open to anyone. Where our Family to Family, they're nationally developed, evidence-based. So they're more criteria has to be met in order to go through those.
I love it.
What's great about our programs is they're taught by folks that have the same lived experience. We don't use professionals or providers.
And I know that that's important. We're looking at the Facebook page, a lot of events on there. And then, Chad, I'd forwarded you a couple emails with some PDFs. But let's go with, since we're there, let's click on that one at the Musser Public Library. February 10th, which, Vicki, we're sitting here at January is pretty much over.
It is,
right?
it is.
It'll be here. February will be here before you know it.
Yep.
And again, having an opportunity for folks to come out to the various events. And mental health is still one of those things that's tough to talk about.
It is.
Fortunately, it's been stigmatized, but I know that you're working hard to change that. And that's where I was getting at. So I know that you've got all these offerings, but you're still kind of also needing volunteers.
We
right?
do. Even partnerships, right?
Sure.
We're working diligently with the Muscatine Public Health Department.
Yeah.
We'll be working with them to help us, get into the homes of the families.
Perfect.
Our next plan for Muscatine is to offer our Parents of Adolescence program, which is our basics program. And then we're going to work on replicating a support group for parents out of the 1616 location, Cedar Street location. Sure. We're doing that now at the Robert Young Center, and you'll notice on our Facebook page, those are listed. They're every Monday evening at the Robert Young Center. So we're hoping to replicate that at the Bettendorf campus and the Muscatine campus.
I love it. Let's go back to that, Chad. So that's good. This is the event at the Musser Public Library that Vicki had alluded to. So it's on the screen right there. So it's Monday, February 10th from 5:30 to 7:30, room 301. Folks need to make a reservation or just show up?
Yeah, and yep. We ask that you register, but we'll sure take walk-ins, and that it just covers right there what Chad brought up there is just general information.
Good.
For families and their friends, right?
Sure.
1 in every 5 deal with some sort of a mental health condition.
Wow.
So it is in every family.
Now,
It's
it's tough certainly when families receive that, and hopefully they're able to have, insurance that allows them to receive an official diagnosis to understand what's happening, then put in place, a line or a care strategy. But then I feel like, you're able to go one step further with an opportunity like that on February 10th and everything that's going to be offered with NAMI in Muscatine now. So, yeah, but 1 in 5, wow, that I didn't know.
And our programs are a totally different type of education, right?
Sure.
They're family education,
Yep.
so it's not your typical college course that you go to.
Well, it's more practical that way, isn't it?
It's teaching families stuff that they don't know or no one's ever told them.
Sure.
How to communicate, how to problem solve, just how to understand
Yeah.
what's going on, right? The signs, the symptoms.
And I guess I don't really need to drill into examples but maybe we do, Vicki. I mean, when we talk about mental health issues, for the folks that are out there, is it everything from depression to anxiety to bipolar,
schizophrenia.
Okay, so it does run the gamut.
Sure.
And
PTSD,
boy,
borderline
that's a big
personality disorder.
I don't even know what does that one mean?
It's all those major mental health conditions.
What is borderline personality?
And borderline is a very hard condition to diagnose, and
Sure.
they're actually changing that in the DSM to emotional intensity disorder.
Okay.
So that's going to become the new term for that.
Interesting.
That kind of coincides a lot with that narcissistic behaviors, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Trouble with relationships. It's all about me and nobody else.
Yep. Hard to empathize with people.
Yeah. But lots of therapies out there. And there again, we go through, NAMI doesn't condone you need to take medication to stay well, because that's not the case with everybody.
Yep.
Everybody's different. So we go into just general applications of medications available, different therapies, right? Lots of different therapies offered out there and around in our areas.
Well, you and I both know, and NAMI does it better than most. Sometimes it's just that conversation led by someone that has that shared experience, that has progressed and now is able to give back by sharing their story, which is an incredible testament to that individual and those individual volunteers that you have.
Right.
Because that, just for somebody to be in a room like that, to feel safe and have those conversations, I imagine it's like, the analogy of a key unlocking a door.
Well,
Holy moly.
they've never shared before, right? Or no one's ever listened to them.
Right.
So there's a lot of discussions, a lot of disclosing.
Sure.
We ask we need the public and everyone. It's getting a lot better than it used to be, right?
Sure.
You know, in the public eye, I guess. But we need people to start those conversations. The brain's just like any other part of the body.
Yeah.
It can go bad.
Yeah.
Just like the heart,
Sure.
kidney, liver, you know.
And everybody's brain is different, and we shouldn't expect that everybody. Right? I mean, I totally understand
Just
that.
like everybody's heart, liver,
Yeah.
we all run different.
My
right?
heart's on my sleeve, Vicky. Look at it over here. It's my problem. But no, it's true. I mean, we're sitting here in a restaurant. There's maybe, I don't know, 30 or 40 people behind us, and every single person is different, you know, and that's okay, right? I'm pro, like, our differences are what make us unique and different. And I don't want to look at a house. I don't want to live in a house that looks like my neighbors, and I don't want.
Sure.
I'd hate to meet my clone. You know, I want to meet different people.
I don't think there's one out there.
Well, I hope not.
I don't know.
A doppelganger or something.
that'd be-
But I do think that it's important, and you're right. I mean, for whatever reason, as a society, we're totally okay with talking about everything.
If
I mean,
somebody has cancer, right?
everything we're fine with, but with mental health, it's still like, whoa, shh.
If somebody has cancer, right, you call and see how they're doing.
Yeah.
Bring them a casserole.
Sure.
You know, see if they need help with their kids, transportation. What do you do? What do you do when someone's in a mental health hospital or in a jail now because of, you know, a mental health condition?
Well, and maybe and I get it if it's someone in your life and your family and you literally don't know how to communicate with that person.
And you don't.
And that's okay, but that's where, like, you've got to get connected.
Yep.
And I'm so happy that you're able to receive this 3-year grant to get into Muscatine and the outer lying counties, because we know that it's an issue. If it weren't 1 in 5 people, you wouldn't be sitting here.
You know, my own personal story, Tony. I went over 25 years not knowing what was wrong with my own mother.
Wow.
You know, for years she was committed to alcohol treatment centers.
Sure.
Everyone thought she had an alcohol problem, which she did. She was self-medicating with alcohol. But, you know, 25 years later, and there's a lot of guilt there, right? Why didn't I know this? All this to help 25 years ago, but I was able to get her the right help.
Yeah.
Now, not all families are as fortunate, right? It depends where their loved one is.
Sure.
A lot of them stay in denial.
Sure.
Or won't take medication if they need it. So we kind of roll into that self-care for the family member. If we kind of tried everything we can to help the loved one and nothing's working or
it's
nothing's
tough.
helping.
Yeah, I mean, the individual, if they're at a place where they...
Especially as an adult.
Well, and if they... Yes, and we do get more stubborn as we age. I can admit to that. But certainly an individual being able to accept that something's going on is one thing, but then to be willing to accept help from others... boy, that's a whole other step. But boy, I'm just, you know, that if you've ever been a part of a conversation, you can just see it's like that light bulb effect, or the unlocking a door. And then, I mean, yes, it might be tough initially, right? I imagine it is at most of these, you know, these group gatherings or individuals or one-on-ones. Like, I bet it is the most awkward thing for somebody, but as soon as that can happen.
And that conversation might not start right away, right?
Sure.
But maybe at the end of the day or next week, right? Something will be brought up about it, or
because, and to your point, I mean, this is you shared your example of 25 years later. So for somebody watching that is thinking, man, there's something going on, don't wait, right?
There's
Just
help out
try.
there. You know, I mean, I didn't even know. You know, I didn't know how to. Actually, I found NAMI in a continuing education book.
Sure.
I knew nothing about NAMI. I didn't know what to search. Right? I didn't know. I couldn't search mental health because I didn't know what was wrong.
Sure.
Or I couldn't search crisis. I mean, I was in a crisis, but I didn't know it was a crisis at the time. So it's, you know, that's why we need the help to get the word out of NAMI that there is help available for families and their loved ones, support and education.
Sure, and that's the two biggest things, right? Support, education, and just resources. Your website's great, social is great.
And volunteers.
Yes, and if you are able to give back, right, so talk about that.
We have a few in Muscatine area now. We have for years volunteers to do our programs. But like I said, we're expanding, so we need folks with that lived experience to get a hold of me. Feel free to email me. And there's an application process. Training is paid for.
Gotcha.
It's a 1 or 2 day training. It's covered. All we ask is that you become a member of NAMI, teach a support group for 1 to 2 years, or run an education program 1 to 2 times.
That's
Some
great.
folks do that and leave us,
Sure.
It happens, but some continue on for years, just to sub or join the board or come to our walk or,
I was gonna say,
there's
I mean,
so many different
there's a lot of ways to
things
get
you can
involved.
do besides,
and the most important takeaway is you're not alone, right? I mean, that's the thing,
the most
and
empowering.
If you feel like you've had triumphs with your own story, but you don't know if you could, because I really feel like there's so many people that are, that are having success and they've put a plan of action into place. They have a good support system, but they don't know if they could. And I don't want to say teach because that's not the right word. But I tell you what, you'd be the best ever, right? You'd be the best because you've lived it.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine how empowering it must feel for your volunteers. You probably hear from them like, I didn't think this was for me, and now I can't get enough of it. I want to help more.
There again, every family's different, right? I mean,
Sure.
We've had families that they knew about us for 5, 8 years.
Yeah.
But it took that long to be ready to come to our program.
Wow.
So a lot of, just come and join us once a year for our walk.
Yeah, your walk is awesome.
You're not committed to anything,
Sure.
but it's just so empowering to see that awareness we're raising, get connected with family members and other folks that are dealing with the condition.
Do you have a date for the walk? I mean,
We do. I think it's September 20th.
September 20th.
It's always the last Saturday in September.
Okay.
Same venue. We're at Veterans Memorial Park in Bettendorf.
Hopefully better weather this year.
Yeah.
Rainy,
we
cold,
will.
what was
yeah.
it? Was it both?
It was.
It the gamut of
We got,
yeah.
I guess it was half and half. We got
Okay.
all set up, ready to
geez.
go. And then once the walkers, it was time for them to start walking, it downpoured. But they were troopers and they hung in there. And we go through that every few years. So
Well, it's
hopefully
Iowa,
we'll be
right?
good for a few years.
As long as it's not snow.
Yeah. So,
Sammy Motley on Facebook watching said,
Yes.
let me get back
Hi,
to Sammy.
Sammy.
Sammy said, hello, Vicky, and be ready for the second annual Mental Health Awareness Series.
Awesome.
So
She's
Sammy,
going to start doing that.
So
again.
Sammy Motley, local photographer, friend of the show. I'm not trying to take credit,
Friend of Nami's,
but
too.
I gave her a little nudge because we were talking one night and she had this idea, and I was like, just do it. Like, you want to do it, do it. Like,
And she did do
and
one
she did
series.
Great. She did a great series of pictures of folks that have their own mental health
struggling
struggles,
in their own
she raised
stories.
some good money and donated
did,
to the
and,
organization. It was fantastic.
yeah,
So I'm so
yeah.
excited she's doing it again.
Yeah.
She'd alluded to that, but she put it out there, so it's
Yep,
happening.
Yep, and she's going to keep it rolling. So
Yeah.
we're excited that she's going to keep doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, again, for me, it's like there's things that I've talked about on this show in almost 2 years that are uncomfortable for me. But if it's whatever, mental health is not one of those things. I mean,
It can't be, right?
it shouldn't. Well, it should not be because it's not. Like I said, if it didn't impact so many people, 1 in 5. There's more than 5 people. There's like 5 people right over here. So 1 in 5. That's a real stat. That's not made up.
Yep,
It's happening.
yep.
It's going on. What are we doing to talk about it? I know that it's easier said than done having those conversations and taking that next step, but. And maybe it's that person in your life and you just don't know how to talk to them. At least reach out to someone like Vicky or this organization and just they can teach you how to talk to them.
Yeah.
That's all it could be.
Yep.
Right? It could be
Just
5
simple
minutes.
communication.
Right.
Because I find personally myself, it's hard. It's more harder to communicate with your own family member
100%.
than other family members.
Well, it's tough to, I mean,
you just
it's
have a much deeper relationship with them, so it can be a lot harder
sure.
to know how to
I just
approach them. Or
Let me tell you, my dad is. If you looked up stubborn in the dictionary, it would have the definition, and then there'd be a picture of my dad. That's how he is, right? Retired Chicago cop.
that generation.
Yeah,
right?
stubborn. But
And my grandmother.
Just this weekend, I don't want to get into it, but I finally had to say, like, I'm not doing that. Foot down, here's why. And it was not a fun exchange on the phone, but I felt pretty darn good.
You do,
right?
We got to worry
like,
about ourselves, right?
Yeah,
If
and it
gets
was just
down to
something
it.
I was like, I'm not going to do that, and here's why. And if you can't agree with that, that's fine. I can
I'm sorry you
hang
feel
up the
that
phone
way.
and you're 175 miles away.
Oh, you're
in
lucky
Chicago.
there.
Yeah, right. But so that's what I'm saying. Like I get, and I know that's not the same thing, but boy, it feels good sometimes when you're finally able to just, because right? You know if it's someone in your life. And with your mom, unfortunately, trying to understand what it is. But boy, I bet as soon as that moment happened, it was like, oh, all the tension is gone. Maybe it's not gone, but you just feel
It's
that
just
relief,
right?
Yeah.
You know, as a child, I thought everything was normal, right?
Sure.
Because I did, well, even as an adult,
Yeah.
until I was in my late 40s, I didn't know what no one told me. You know, I used those stigmatizing words. She's nuts, she's crazy, you know. So there again, that's what's so great about our programs. It just teaches folks offers them a feast of information.
Yep.
And, you know, because each family needs something different, right? So
Absolutely.
they just take what they need.
Yeah.
Sometimes just in that moment.
It could be just a little kernel of information that makes a big difference.
Yep.
You never know what's going to click with
Yep.
somebody.
Yep.
Chad, in that email that I forwarded you, I think there was a PDF about the volunteer part of this. Because if you're watching and you are feeling like empowered to make a difference and you're
We
ready.
need you.
Yes. So,
Please.
I mean, we're talking about both sides of the issues, right? If this is going on in your life and you're maybe at the point where it's going to be addressed within the home, or if it's a friend, or wherever the confines of the example are. More expanded services coming to Muscatine, surrounding counties, which is fantastic. Annual walk, so many different opportunities to feel supported. But then at the same time, if you've triumphed and been successful and are ready to give back, yeah, because you can't have this growth without, right? Because we're talking about volunteers.
Right.
So you got this grant, and now you need the volunteers to match the grant, which is for 3
and
years.
even our area has a lot of local businesses, corporations,
Sure.
right? I mean, think of there again, 1 in 5, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of employees.
Please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to come and just do a spill on what NAMI's about. What's coming into Muscatine. We have a lot of awesome PowerPoint presentations.
Well, just look right there on the screen. This is what we're talking about. Family support group facilitators who have supported children and youth exhibiting signs of mental health condition, partnered with a second facilitator, lead a 1-hour support group. I know everybody can read, but I'm just going to read it because it's important to me. NAMI Basics Education Program instructors who have supported a youth diagnosed or undiagnosed before the age of 13, partnered with a second facilitator, teach a 2.5-hour 6-session class. Imagine the wealth of information that will come out of that. And then family-to-family education program instructors have supported an adult living with a condition, partnered with a second instructor. You'll teach a 2.5-hour 8-session class. 2.5 hours, 8 sessions is a lot, but whether it's Vicky's personal example of 25 years or a year or 5 years, isn't 8 sessions at 2.5 hours.
And actually, we have a class coming up at Blackhawk in February.
Okay.
Family to family used to be 12 weeks. It just now got down to 8 weeks. So
Wow.
it's going to be our first one. We're rolling out into the 8-week session. So yeah, we're hoping, and you know, we have a couple programs. Our Homefront program, our basics, is now available on demand. So if if those families can't get away for that time, you know, they can go right online and take it as they have time.
Yeah, and listen, I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm last night and could have accessed a program
I have
like
no
that.
idea who that is.
That's okay. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, all we have is content, right? And different streaming services. Could you imagine that there's something available online for free that talks about mental health?
Right.
Because I think a barrier for a lot of people certainly is insurance. Right? We have a broken system.
Right?
We have a broken system, period.
Yep, first question asked.
But I feel like everything that we've talked about, you haven't said, oh, this costs $10 and this costs $5 and this costs this. There's no cost associated with anything.
No cost to the participants attending.
Yeah.
They come away with, like I said, a wealth of information.
Yep.
You know, a lot of folks that go through the classes continue on to meet on a weekly or monthly basis.
Great.
I mean, just the bonds that are formed from folks completing that class and coming out are pretty empowering.
I tell you what, I'm happy that you're here and happy to be a friend and an ally to talk about everything that you're able to provide with this fantastic organization, and I love the expanded services. It's a big deal.
It is.
Should be
and
on the front page of
3 years will go pretty fast. So I mean, I hope we can keep continuing. Sadly, it is about funding and money, right?
Sure.
Of where we're at and what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, the good news is we got a lot of deep pockets in this town, Vicki.
Okay.
And they're all my friends.
That's right.
So right
there you go.
I mean, listen, we understand that there's a lot of ask and a lot of need across Muscatine. We meet the need fairly well in most cases, and I would hope that at a corporate level, individual level, groups getting together, individuals, Sammy Motley, every little bit helps.
Well,
whether it's
yep.
$500, $5,000, $5 million.
Yep.
I mean, if we're talking about 1 in 5
$5
people being impacted,
Yep.
what's that number going to look like in 5 years? Probably 1 in 3.
Yep.
This isn't going in the other
Right,
direction.
right.
What was it 10 years ago? 1 in
Right.
10? I don't know. We're talking about 1 in 5 in 2020. Okay, so think about that. How many people are in your house? And look around. I mean, is it? It's,
and
it's
I'm
more than
really
you
I'm
think.
really glad we're able to bring some children's education and support.
I
the
agree.
Parents for Children. We'll be working with school resource
Sure.
coordinators, navigators, and so glad to be working with Christy Roby Williams at the Public
I
Health
love
Department.
Christy. She's awesome.
You may need to give her a shout and have her follow up with this, but I know they have a plan put in place to help the children in Muscatine and the surrounding counties.
Well, it
kinda
makes
fits together.
sense. I
All
mean,
fits
we're
together.
talking about hedging our bets, and what does that mean? Well,
Yep.
that means we need to ensure that our young people that are dealing with this, especially before puberty, holy moly, right? Because why isn't it, what's the example? Is there a kid in a classroom right now that's struggling and we don't know why? Well, he or she's just not interested. I bet you there's more going on. And I'm not an expert, certainly, but
Yep,
I
yep.
understand that can sometimes be the perception.
Something we have to consider, right? And it's not just the parents that need to be aware of it. It's staff.
the
It's
educators,
staff,
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Educators.
Well, they need to look for the signs,
Sadly, they don't get enough training,
I agree.
and they're very overwhelmed with
Yeah.
class size and.
But that's where we can kind of offset some of that. I agree with you. We should have our educators should have all the support they need, especially in a state with a surplus.
Just keeps going.
State has a surplus.
Away.
Write the check. Iowa for mental health programs.
right,
What's
that's
the
right.
deal? We have a surplus. We don't have a deficit. Anyways, but what I was going to say is, until we get to that point, organizations like yours and people like Christy Roby Williams with Public Health, all kind of understanding how important this is, and the school district. We've got a great superintendent coming in, Clint Christopher, and I guarantee you this will be on his short list because it just makes sense.
It does.
We have to.
Let's all work together.
Well, we're just. I mean, I think about my kids selfishly, but I want them to be successful, and if any of them have any mental health issues, I want to know about it now and not have regrets when they're 16 or 17. And not that it's ever too late. Certainly you've lived that it's never too late to try, but if we can identify it now, have a tough conversation, get a plan in
and
place.
it's hard, it's hard to determine with adolescents. You
Sure.
always hear it's just a phase they're going through. They'll grow
Right.
out of it, right?
Right.
So you really need that education to know what that sign is.
Yeah, right. And that's what the support is there for. Well, I appreciate you being here, Vicki.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
it's so
Tony.
great to see you and everything that's coming up into Muscatine. I mean, there's
Yes,
a lot.
exciting news. So I hope I hear from a lot of our community members.
Yes, please. And at the very least, save the date for the annual walk, September 20th, Veterans Memorial Park in Bettendorf. Certainly folks
Yep.
from across
Need
the area.
volunteers for that too.
Volunteers for the walk. Bring your walking shoes and
Anywhere, everywhere. We
no
need ya.
umbrella this year. It's going to be sunny and
It is.
64.
It is. Yep. Okay. It is. I'll
I
take
mean,
it.
I understand.
In September, I'll
Vicki,
take it.
like, this is the week, what are we? It's Tuesday, so this Thursday last year, it was 33 below zero. And I get the winter blues, and that can impact people. I'm so thankful. You made the comment before we started. We saw the weather on this screen over here. It said it was going to be like 45 on
Yep.
Sunday.
Yep.
Isn't that great?
Yep.
I mean, and
You
that
just-
is all relative to how we're feeling overall.
You just have to take it day by day because we're in Iowa, right?
It snowed on Halloween, Vicky.
Yeah.
It snowed on Halloween. It was 61 on Christmas. What's going on? I understand how that can impact people. It's very inconsistent. We all could use some consistency.
But what are you going to do about it, right? We can't control it.
Move to Arizona?
Well,
is that an option? It's too hot there. I'd melt.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for being
Thanks
here.
again, Tony.
Definitely jump online, jump on social media. National Alliance on Mental Illness. A lot of great resources out there. And I'm really excited about the services in Muscatine and the surrounding counties. It's a big deal.
Everybody have a great rest of the week.
Yeah, you too. All right. So where are we going, Chad? We got cart cam? Aisle cam? Yeah, whatever you want to do is fine. So it's, what do we got for time? It's 9:09 in the morning. We've got the Toyota Muscatine cart cam, which is in the produce department. Today is January 28th. Amongst other things, it is National, check it out, Blueberry Pancakes Day. I love blueberries. I love pancakes. There are keto or low-carb pancakes. We even have a low-carb pancake mix, a keto pancake mix in the health market. But I thought today we're going to hang a left and we're going to grab some blueberries. And then I figured we would maybe go down aisle 5 and look for a pancake mix. Thank you, Vicky. So here we go in the produce department. I love blueberries. Definitely my favorite berry. Okay, no offense, other berries. Okay, but I love blueberries. So Chris grabbed some blueberries. And then we're going to go towards aisle 5 and get the ingredient. Listen, I understand if y'all got time to make your own pancake mix. But in my house, ain't nobody got time for that. We're grabbing a box or the bag that you add water or add an egg. And then you kind of just whisk it up. That guy looking right into the camera. Holy moly. He was like, there's a camera on that grocery cart. I do feel like people in this store know that we've done this show for almost 2 years. So nothing really surprises them. I do want to fly a drone in the store. Not sure if that's the best idea. Low ceilings, drone. Still want to do it, though. All right. So that is... Look at this. He's like, what are you doing? Oh, boy. We're getting so many people looking right in the camera. God bless them. Syrup. Yes, Chris. Thank you. Remember back in the day there were like 2 options of syrup? Look at how many options there are. What do we need all that syrup for? This one came straight. Oh, good choice grabbing the Hy-Vee brand, Chris. You're a man after my own profit. I love that. Hy-Vee, of course. Yes, the best brand of product out there and at a good price. See? That syrup has a fuel saver, so your car is syrup powered. But isn't it wild? Like there's the... I don't even get it. This syrup we put right into the tree. This syrup is sugar-free. I like that there's sugar-free syrup. I think it's great. And then, of course, the pancake mixes, right? I mean, remember now they've got like protein pancakes. What's that one called? Like it's something. It's like a muscle pancake. I can't think of the name of it. It's Kodiak. Is that what it is? It's like Kodiak power pancakes. You need protein in your pancakes? Like I don't know. Don't yell at me. I don't want the box of I don't want the box of pancakes to yell at me. I already got enough of that. Oh, Chris, great shot. Also not related to pancakes, but right in that cold bunker to your left. If you keep going a little straight and then, right now it's on the right, kind of. There's all like appetizers for the big game. So right in that shot, there are onion rings and cheese balls and jalapeno poppers and like chicken wings and chicken bites. I love that display. Shout out to Mike Church. Everything's got like a fuel saver on it. Meat department ready to go. Those meatballs are good in there. And the big game is Sunday. If you're having a big game party, come into the store, grab a pack, club pack, chicken. Those meatballs, good again. I'm going to tell you I like those meatballs a lot. I don't have time to make meatballs. They're right there. And then maybe you got like an air fryer for Christmas. Throw some wings in it, right? There's a big old bag of wings right in there. I don't have an air fryer. I'd like to get one. So I think my coworker, Steve Graham, has one that he's not using. And I'm like, I'll take it off your hands. Because chicken wings, by the way, keto friendly, right? Chicken wings are fine. And also, it's the big game, okay? Listen, if you think I'm going to just be eating like cauliflower, stop yourself. I am not. I'm going to have a quote-unquote cheat day. And then the best shrimp ever. Holy moly. Look at those shrimp in there. Those red Argentinian shrimp are just to die for. Would make your Super Bowl part. Oop, big game get-together. Big game. Unless I say Bud Light Super Bowl. I think I can get away with it if I say it that way. Since Bud Light's the sponsor of the big game football throwing contest. Anyways, a lot of good opportunities from seafood to meat. It's all there at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. All right, so thank you, Chris. Very good. January 28th, National Blueberry Pancake Day, National Kazoo Day. Good shot of the produce department, by the way. Look at how colorful that is. National Data Privacy Day. Plan for a Vacation Day. I have 3 weeks of vacation. Not sure what I'm going to do. I keep telling my wife, let's figure this out. These people at Hy-Vee, I get why they work here for 100 years. They all have like 6 weeks vacation. It makes sense. 6 weeks, these people. 6 weeks. What do you do? That's so much vacation. There's 52 weeks in a year. What's 52 minus 6? They're working 46 weeks out of the year. These slackers. I'm just jealous. I mean, I probably have, 10 coworkers that have 6 weeks vacation? That's crazy. Of course they stay here forever. I'm the dummy who just got here 2 years ago. So I doing in radio for all those years. Could never even take time off. Now I'm trying to this is a good problem to have, I realize, scheduling a vacation. But that's today, National Plan for a Vacation Day. Got to get a plan. Got to get a plan. It's also National Have Fun at Work Day. I'd like to think that we have fun. Even if the show didn't exist, I would try my best to certainly have fun here at Hy-Vee. This is a fun place. There's a lot to it. I mean, I love that we got a Starbucks. I have a Starbucks at my job. This is fantastic. I called from my office. Can I get my drink? By the way, you could order the Tony drink. They would know. Sugar-free, low-carb, high-fat, keto-friendly. I love that. Vicky, our guest on the show, commenting that she loves the shrimp, the red Argentinian. You're marvelous, Vicky. She got done watching, got it done on the show. Now she's watching it. You're just great. All right, so that's a lot going on one day. I totally understand that. And also, kazoo, did you know, this is a little fun fact from Chris, I like this. Did you know that the kazoo was invented in America? American-made, and it was first introduced at the Georgia State Fair in 1852. So we've been annoying people with a kazoo since 1852. Is that the first kazoo? That's my brass kazoo. That's for the 1%. We've got a brass kazoo with a gold piece on it, and we'd play it at the poor people at the Georgia State Fair. We were doing the Charleston with the kazoo. I would contend, as a parent, the recorder is the most. If you're looking at like annoying instruments, recorder is here out of the shot, and then kazoo is a little bit below it. Right? What is that? Is that the first? That's the wazoo kazoo. Wazoo kazoo. That's what it needs. It needs to be louder. Oh my gosh. Look at that. You put this side up to your ear, and then you blow in it, and then you go deaf. Wazoo kazoo. Gold wazoo kazoo. Like, I don't know. I just assume. Like, can we not? Like, look at that. That's a kazoo trumpet. That was the Bix Beiderbecke kazoo. Putting on the Ritz, right? Look at all those kazoos. Too many kazoos, right? That's a whole bunch of stuff. All right, and that's a French horn kazoo. Am I right? Look at this. I know my instruments. Not as uneducated as you think. Got all those instruments right, I think. French horn kazoo. Boy. You know what I should do, just to annoy people? I should get a bunch of kazoos for this Saturday night when I'm at the Rotary dinner and just leave them at the table. Because I'm sure that's what MPW wanted when they invited my wife and I to join them at their table. Former Rotary Club Muscatine president Erica Cox. Tony, did you bring the kazoos? Nope. And now the MPW table at the Rotary event would like to lead the room in a kazoo. Also, shameless plug for the Merrill. Rotary Club 100-year celebration this Saturday. Ticketed event at the Merrill. Shout out to Chef Tess. Sent her a text yesterday. Chef Tess, hooking it up. Staying at the Merrill Saturday night, first time. Really excited. So staycation, Merrill, room number, not going to tell you people. But that should be a good time, right? So shout out to Chef Tess, our former co-worker. And I love the Merrill. It's great. And I can't wait to stay there for the first time. And I am excited. And shout out, thanks to my mom, who hopefully will find out about this before this show airs. But she did offer to watch the kids Saturday. Thanks, Mom. All three of them at your house? Oh, they'll be fine. They'll sleep all night. The baby won't wake up once. Can't go back on it now, Mom. That's my mom calling right now behind me to say no. Wait, what? This Saturday? See? Mama? Can you hear me? Mama? All right. You see, he's been over my shoulder this entire time. The Sammy the Sad Balloon. I can't believe that Sammy the Sad Balloon still has enough helium in him. He's just been hanging out on the bar. So there's Sammy the Sad Balloon. He's not looking good. I mean, but this is what'll happen to you. And I thank you, Chris. I don't want this to happen. But if you wait, I can't get over how sad he is. If you wait until Valentine's Day, February 14th at 5 p.m. to get something for your significant other, the Sammy the Sad Balloon special. Is that Sammy the Sad Balloon? There he is. Chris Anderson has created the Sammy the Sad Balloon cartoon. This is fantastic. This is a whole thing. All right, let's see this. All right, let's play that one more. Let's play. That is Sammy the Sad Balloon. He is animated. Oh my God, is this another one? Oh, Sammy the Sad Balloon. Womp, womp, wow. Sammy. Look at all these animations. You got nothing on us, Seth MacFarlane. Right? That is good stuff. This Sammy the Sad, this balloon is more famous than anyone in Muscatine. That is awesome. So again, by the way, I love that when I posted the first video of Sammy the Sad Balloon, somebody was like, how do I order the Sammy the Sad Balloon special? If you want the half-deflated balloon with custom sad face tied to a Milky Way, I will sell it to you because I am all about dat paper. So, but what I'm getting at, don't do this. Don't you show up on Valentine's Day, Friday, February 14th at 5 o'clock and go, what do you got? You got any roses? Because the floral people will look at you like this. Are you kidding me? It's 5 o'clock. No, they won't because they're nice and it's Hy-Vee. They'll be like, Catherine will be like, well, it's Valentine's Day and I got the sad balloon tied to a candy bar. I would have several of these ready and be like, oh, you waited, didn't you? This is the procrastination special. Oh, you waited, didn't you? Here you go. She's going to be mad. Maybe you put a $100 bill in here, spice it up a little bit. Hey, honey, listen, I know I totally dropped the ball, but I put a hundo in here, and all you got to do is kill Sammy the Sad Balloon to get the money with the eyes just looking right at you. Could you do it? Maybe. Order your Valentine's Day by this Saturday, February 1st, on or before. Listen to me. You do that. Here's what happens. Free delivery in town. You place a minimum $30 order. We've never offered free delivery in any capacity. You call Hy-Vee Floral. You place a minimum $30 order on or before this Saturday, February 1st. We will deliver it for free. Valentine's Day, maybe you want it the day before. Got to do it. Free in-town delivery this Saturday, February 1st is the deadline. Avoid Sammy the Sad Balloon. My friend Sammy Motley, probably upset that I named the balloon Sammy, but it just worked out that way. Sammy Motley also sang, and this is true, Sammy Motley back on the Hy-Vee Today Show, February 17th, I believe. and a little bit more news to come on her next mental health awareness photo series. So very excited for that. And if you ever have anybody that you think we should have on this show, please reach out, hyveetodaygmail.com. The email address is on the screen every day. Use it, hyveetodaygmail.com. You can call me at the store, 563-264-2420. You can email me personally if you want, tonytoneshow@gmail.com, TonyToneshow@gmail.com. And please consider doing that. All right, a couple things and we'll get out of here. This Saturday, speaking of February 1st, if you have someone in your life that loves Star Wars, or if you've always wanted to take a selfie with 2 stormtroopers, or if you've wanted to shoot a short video with like 2 stormtroopers apprehending you, they'll probably be okay with that. It's an Out of This Galaxy Star Wars event featuring 2 fully, I'm running out of breath, 2 fully dressed stormtroopers in the Market Grill Express where we're sitting right now. If you want to make a reservation, we're going to have a seating from 10 to 11 and then 11 to 12. 563-264-2219 is the phone number right behind me here in the Market Grill Express. 264-2219 this Saturday, 10 till noon. This is a volunteer group. Again, they're not asking for any money from us. They want us to make a donation in their name. I'm going to do that. I kind of gave them a couple places we could donate to, one being the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. NAMI could donate to them. But that's this Saturday, 10 to noon, right here. In here. Isn't that cool? 2 stormtroopers. It's exciting. I can't help but think, and this is very obscure, but if you want to laugh, curb your enthusiasm. Also, this show, third, there's a clip from Conan O'Brien's show a long time ago where he had Triumph the Insult Comic Dog at the premiere of one of the Star Wars movies, and it's the funniest thing ever. Right? It's the funniest thing. Just watch that on YouTube if you want to laugh. Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, Star Wars. Anyways, that's just obscure and funny. This Thursday is the 5th annual Happy Chinese New Year concert at Muscatine High School. No cost to attend. World-renowned performers in Muscatine, Iowa. Show like this typically in a larger city, and certainly never free, but it is first come, first serve this Thursday. Happy Chinese New Year, featuring some incredible performances from the Shanghai Chinese Orchestra. I wish I could pronounce things better. It makes me self-conscious. The Zhejiang Shao Opera Theater, the Little Ants Kanuku. I really don't like not being able to pronounce things. It's one of my things. And then the Opera Art Troupe. Gives me anxiety, not being able to pronounce things correctly. It irks me. But there it is. It's free. It's this Thursday. And I hope that you'll attend at Muscatine High School. Thanks to our friend Dan Stein, who helps orchestrate the orchestra. See what I did there? A little wordplay. Orchestrates the orchestra. And that'll be a fantastic performance. And welcome to all of those performers to Muscatine. Again, Muscatine is well thought of in China because the president of China has been here as a young person in college and then came back when he was the vice president. And there's 2 Chinese museums, or there's 2 Muscatine museums in China. How do I get this guy or this guy? Like, could we not send something back to go into the museum? What could you imagine if this face was in a museum? Like, hi, this is Muscatine, a giant dude with a grocery store talk show. Boy, they do things weird in the United States, don't they? Look at that guy. He's a giant. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. I say that from a place of no ego, by the way. There's Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. I would mute that audio just to be safe because Triumph says things that are kind of inappropriate. And there's some stormtroopers in the background. It's so funny. I promise if you watch this later, you'll laugh so hard at Triumph. And this is not to make fun of Star Wars fans. I'm a Star Wars fan. It's so funny. And yes, maybe you saw Triumph, the Insult Comic Dog, when he was at Muscatine High School a couple years ago when then candidate, now President Donald Trump had an event at Muscatine High School. Triumph, the Insult Comic Dog was there. You can find that on YouTube as well. All right. That's so funny. I can't watch it. I'll cry laugh. There are so many funny things. There is this bit where Triumph talks to a guy in a Darth Vader costume, and he says, which button do you press to have your mom come and pick you up? And it's very funny. So And it's not to make fun of again, love Star Wars. Seen them all. Baby Yoda, am I right? Got a Baby Yoda tattoo. Not true. Big game Sunday. If you need anything, we'll talk more about the deals in the store for the big game. Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers. Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs. So I will be cheering for the Chiefs because it's a good thing for my company. And I think it's pretty cool to have Patrick Mahomes, who could have been a Chicago Bear, but that's fine. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, has done at least 2 or 3 Hy-Vee Aisles Online commercials. And he has his own cereal in the Kansas City market. I think it's called Mahomes Crunch. And the dude's a good football player, and he could have been a Bear, but I'm not bitter about it at all. No, not at all. Not bitter. Not one bit. And Jimmy G, right? Jimmy Garoppolo. What a good story for Jimmy. Tom Brady didn't want him on his team. Tom Brady was like, get rid of him. So they did. And now Jimmy G's in the Super Bowl. That works out well. And, of course, former Hawkeye George Kittle on the 49ers, and all-around good guy. Last but not least, 2 things. Last day for the hot deals for this week. Those will expire at midnight, and then we'll have some brand new hot deals to tell you about starting tomorrow on the program. Hot deals found on the front page of the Hy-Vee ad located inside the Discover Muscatine newspaper. So here you go, from raspberries to chicken. And the deal on pork chops, will somebody remind me to buy pork chops today? Buy 4, get 4. Pro tip, I bought both of those, right? I bought those thick chops are phenomenal, and they're massive. I also bought the butterfly ones, and then I got some of the I think it's called Fat Boy seasoning. It's right on top of the case in the meat department. Seasoned them, both sides. Got a baking pan, wrapped it in foil, put them on there, 400 degrees in the oven, 25 minutes, turned them once. So good. I didn't really think I'd like baked pork chops because I have a grill, but it's winter in Iowa. They were fantastic. Chef Tony recommends doing that. Almost went to culinary school. True story. This close. That close. Almost thought about it. Eastern Illinois, almost went there. Culinary school, went to St. Ambrose. Still paying for it. Come on, Ambrose. Throw me a bone. And then the food court deals, if you don't want to cook today or at any point, these deals are good through Friday, which is the end of the month. Can you believe that? January is over? Holy moly. I felt like I just got here. So that's happening all throughout the store. Food service deals from the Market Grill to the salad bar to Hy-Vee Chinese and the sandwich shop. Today is Tuesday, $3.99. Any breakfast. Gosh, that's a good deal. Any breakfast for $3.99, from the massive omelets to the skillets and whatever. And then $6 all you can eat for the soup and salad bar. Also a great deal. $2.99 tenderloin sandwich, $6 for a 12-inch pizza. Those are the Tuesday deals. Looking ahead to Wednesday, half off sushi, $2.99 pulled pork sandwich, $6.99 pasta buffet, and then also on Wednesdays, a Chinese number 1 or 2 entree for $3.99. That's just a redonkulous price right there. Okay, I feel like I've talked enough. Yeah, I'm good. And then I like that we've got a sneak peek at the Seasons magazine for February. I have not even opened this yet. I saw it behind customer service. People, and if you don't think this is a thing, we have ran out of these Seasons magazines. I've increased our order twice now, and I just love the back of it. Again, I won't open it, but saving you time with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. And if I was a betting man, I bet, since it's got a QR code, as I struggle to get my pop socket, there's my QR code scanner. Let's see if this... No, I don't want to pop up. Let's see if this works. Let's see if I can line this up and do this. There's the QR code. You give it the old scanneroo, and then you probably hit open in browser, and it goes right to the Hy-Vee Aisles Online app, which I already have on my phone. So that's pretty cool. Scan, and then boom. And then, of course, when you have the app on your phone, it looks like this right there. Whoops, they should really update. There we go. That looks better. Ta-da! Hy-Vee Aisles Online. It's right there, everybody. Boom. At your fingertips, grocery shopping made easy. It is Tony-proof, for sure. It is slick. And look, it knows what I like. See that Diet Dr. Pepper on there? You sneaky devils. You watching me. I knew it. I do love a Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh, look at this. It knows that I bought a shovel. That's fantastic. It's asking if I want to buy a shovel again. No, I'm good. Look at this. No, I'm okay. I don't need to buy a shovel again. Hold on. I'm backwards. There we go. Oh, no, I'm good. I don't need to buy. It shows me all my recent purchases. That's funny. So look at this. I'm okay with this. Is fine. Sugar-free bomb pops. There's the fuel saver balance. Look at this. Sugar-free bomb pops, right? Lord knows they don't need more sugar. There's a Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Pepsi, and there is my favorite yogurt ever. Too good, 2 carbs, 2 grams of sugar, blueberry yogurt, shot of Ready Whip or Hy-Vee whipped cream on top. That's funny. I like that. Ooh, and there's a coupon. I love coupons. I'm all in. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks to our friend Vicki Walters with the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, for joining the show. Definitely, 1 in 5 people are impacted by mental health issues, and it's a topic that's tough to talk about. I get it, but we need to do a better job, and we need to continue to rally around folks that need it. Hence, programs expanding in Muscatine. And thrilled, again, to have Vicki here. She's a great resource, and so is her organization. And if you want to get involved, they need volunteers. They're looking for support. Of course, if you're able to write a check to help them, whatever you can do, I would point you in their direction. It's top notch. Don't forget, order your Valentine's Day with Hy-Vee Floral before this Saturday. If you do a $30 minimum order, free in-town delivery on Valentine's Day. Never done before. Free in-town delivery, $30 minimum. If you wait until Valentine's Day, here's what I got. I got a candy bar tied to a balloon that is running out of air. I got a candy bar that's tied to Sammy the Sad Balloon. Look at this. Candy bar tied to a balloon because you waited. If you are the guy, because I know you exist, if you're the guy that's like, that's a Hallmark holiday. It's a scam to get me to buy overpriced flowers. That's great. Your wife wants something, okay? She wants something. I'm not falling victim to that scam. It's all the fake news. Want me to buy something for Valentine's Day. That's great, but your wife's expecting something. So don't be a putz. Order now. You come in. Get this balloon off me. You come in on Valentine's Day. It's weird because I feel like Sammy the Sad Balloon's trying to... Anyways, don't wait until Valentine's Day. Order now. Hy-Vee Floral. They're friendly. It's a whole thing. Just do it. Will you? Just do it. Get out of here, Sammy. Tied to a candy bar. Oh, and if you want the Sammy the Sad Balloon tied to a candy bar, we'll happily sell it to you for $700. All right, thank you for watching the show today. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust and Toyota of Muscatine. We're a for-profit business, right? If you want a balloon, if you want a half-helium balloon tied to a candy bar, I'll sell you whatever you want, right? We're more than willing to take that paper, right? We got 300 employees, 90 of them are full-time. What can we talk you into? You want to buy this chair? You want to buy this wobbly table? It could be yours if the price is right. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine and team staffing. 8:30 a.m. live, 7:30 and 10:30 on Muscatine Power and Water. If you're watching and you think that I should talk to somebody in or around Muscatine County, please reach out. I implore you to. hyveetoday@gmail.com. We would love to have them on this program. Enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, and we'll talk to you very soon, my friends. Take care.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.